A new report from the Alzheimer Society of Canada highlights the dire need to mitigate the rise in Alzheimer's and dementia as the baby boomer population ages. The report is forecasting that 1 million Canadians, more than 1 million Canadians, will be living with dementia by 2030. That's just over 7 years from now. It means 21 people will receive a diagnosis every hour. By 2050, that number swells to 1.7 million. The study's author says, however, the potential exists to stem the tide, and there are a number of steps people can take to reduce their own risk factors, and governments can increase funding investments for research. With me now is Cathy Barrick, the CEO of the Alzheimer Society of Ontario. Cathy, good morning. It is great to see you this morning. Let's talk about these projections. Why are they so high?
Well, that's a great question and a reason why we need more research, but a driving factor is the number of people that are aging. The baby boomers, as we all know, are going to reach are aging, and so with increased age comes increased risk of dementia.
What kind of measures need to be taken now to mitigate what could be a healthcare crisis in the future?
Well, what this report highlights is actually some really great news for everyday Canadians, and that is risk reduction and prevention. So looking at all the various risk factors that we can modify, such as treating depression, hearing loss, high blood pressure, inactivity, etc., just by delaying the onset of disease by 1 year could actually have a really profound impact on the number of people having dementia.
What does the report say about certain risk factors that can be modified?
Yeah, so there's a number of risk factors that can be modified, and the tricky thing about these risk factors is they tend to increase with age as well. But some critical ones are depression, hearing loss, alcohol misuse, high blood pressure, obesity, etc. So, as we age, and frankly, we should be doing this all anyways, but addressing those risk factors as we age and addressing multiple of them at the same time is really critical to reduce your risk of dementia.
Cathy, what about our society, our communities, the way we live? Are they set up? Are there things that could be done to improve access for people with Alzheimer's and dementia? Do we have a ways to go?
We do have a ways to go. One of the things we talk about a lot at the Alzheimer Society is the need for increased public policy and funding for people to live safely at home in the community. That's where people want to live. And as we can see by the release of this report, there's going to be more and more people living with dementia. So we have to have things set up in communities so that people can live safely with the proper supports and not leaving all the support to family care partners, which is how it is today primarily.
Cathy Barrick, thank you so much. Cathy is the CEO of the Alzheimer Society of Ontario.